Under the Dolphins that are out of the playoffs, they decided to bench Tua. I'll be honest, I didn't think they had the balls to do that, but hey, I'm love being proven wrong. Sucks that Zach Wilson couldn't start. Of course, they had to start Chad Powers. Quinn Ewers. If Miami did start Chad Powers, he would actually win all the games. But unfortunately, Quinn Ewers is pretty close enough. Just with half the talent he has. We're on to the home stretch of the regular season. Oh, by the way, for the bowl pick'ems, 3-0. Welcome back to Greasy Talks Football, ladies and gentlemen. We got Week 16 NFL predictions. Before we get to what happened last week, if you are still enjoying this series, make sure you give this episode a big thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. Helps the channel a lot. Without further ado, let's talk about what happened in Week 15 for a brief moment. I actually had a not so bad week that time. Week 15, I ended up going 10-6. So, my NFL record as it stands right now is 133-90-1. We could do better though. And now, let's get to the games. Kicking this week off with Thursday Night Football with the Rams playing on the Seahawks in a little NFC West crowning game here. Rams won the last matchup, and the temperature did go up from 46 degrees and it going up to 50, so I think the Rams temperature-wise are just fine. But this is kind of a special game because I think the winner of this one takes first place in the NFC West, at least for now. We know the Seahawks defense can outperform the Rams defense, but Sam Darnold has got to find his footing again if they want to beat the Rams. Matt VP and the LA Rams are actually going to win this one in a pretty close game. I would say this is a defensive game, 24-21. Good offense, good defense. It should be a good one. Also, not sure if Devontae Adams will play yet. He's currently doubtful at the moment, but I don't think that's going to matter, especially when you got 3 tight ends that can catch footballs for you. We actually have 2 Saturday games this week. First up, Eagles at Commanders. Heard that Jay Daniels is getting shut down for the next couple games. If you missed the NFL Reddit video, make sure you check that episode out. It was literally the previous one. But yeah, so Marcus Mariota will be taking over for the last 3 games of the season. I would say that's not too bad, but it's not exactly consistently good. Despite the age, the senior citizen defense of Washington is actually doing pretty nice for themselves. But talent-wise, they are not beating Philly. I think the Washington Commanders can put up a fight in this one, especially with Mariota playing quarterback. He actually has had a couple of clutch moments, but unfortunately he comes up short most of the time. That's why I think the Eagles are going to win this one 31-21. I think this game will be closer than people expect, because, it is the division rivalry after all. And the other Saturday matchup, we got G versus C. Packers going against the Bears at Soldier Field. Packers won in Lambeau. It's only fitting that Chicago wins in Soldier Field, right? With Micah Parsons out for the season, it's pretty likely. Green Bay's got a good offense, especially with Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs, but defense, oh boy. Got some good pieces, especially on the front 7, but other than that, the secondary, oh boy. If Micah Parsons is not out there, I don't know how good of a pass rush it's going to be. It's probably going to be maybe even worse. I'm not so sure yet. With that known factor in place, I think Chicago edges out Green Bay in Soldier Field, let's say 27-21. About the same score as last time, but this time Chicago is on the winning end. Get well soon, Micah. Finally moving on to the Sunday 1 o'clock slate. First up, Chargers at Cowboys. Cowgirls, because they certainly do play like some. A Philly win would mean that Dallas's playoff hopes are done, and the curse of a repeat NFC East winner is over. But this one's a really tough game because, Chargers have not been performing that greatly offensively, but defensively, not too shabby. And they're going against one of the best offenses in the NFL and one of the worst defenses in the NFL. So maybe the offense does a lot better for the Chargers. With that being said, I think the Chargers take one on the road here against Dallas. I'm going to say 31-28. This definitely will be a close game because the offense is firepower and also the defense of Dallas sucking. But I still think the Chargers get it done. Again, keeping it close with Denver for the AFC West race now that the Chiefs have been knocked out. Up next, we got the Vikings playing the Giants in the Big Apple. A little bit of a tempo matchup, huh? Inconsistent offense, a good defense with Minnesota, pretty solid defense, and a pretty solid offense for New York. Unfortunately, Giants have not had any luck in close games. I think the Giants offense has a lot of key pieces in there, but the question is, can the defense step up when they need to? I mean, Abdul Carter had a nice performance last week, but the rest of the defense, I mean, the fact that they allowed 29 points to the Commanders is really concerning. Also, for the first time in this season, J.J. McCarthy had back-to-back good games. Can he do it a third time, though? I mean, Minnesota defense should help him out. I just don't trust the Minnesota Vikings that much right now, so I believe the Giants are going to win this one in a 24-17 game. Probably going to be a defensive slugfest, and I think the better offense is going to win this one, and I think that's Jackson Dart in New York. Although they have an interim coach. This is why coaching matters, because you never know when you're going to need it. I was just speaking about the Dolphins just early in the episode, at the beginning of the episode, but the Bengals traveled to Miami in Quinn Ewers' first ever start. I'm a little intrigued by what Quinn Ewers can do in this game. I mean, it is at home. The Bengals' defense is terrible. Yeah, sorry, Miami. I just think the Bengals are going to win this one. If the defense actually does hold Quinn Ewers down to, like, what, 1 touchdown, maybe 2 interceptions, yeah, the Bengals might actually win this one. Because the Dolphins' defense is not that great either. So it really comes down to which offense will come out better, and it looks like it's the Bengals. I'll say 28-24, Cincy victory. Next up, we got the Bucks taking on the Panthers, NFC South matchup. Winner of this game takes full control of the NFC South, but seriously, who wants to win this division? At this point, it might be a 9-8 or an 8-9 division winner. I mean, it is in Charlotte, but come on now. Baker's on a massive decline in the second half of the season. Temple's coaching sucks. And for the Panthers, David Canales, I don't know what the fuck you were coaching. And Bryce Young, I mean, he's a little inconsistent. So it's a little tough to pick. I'm not sure why the Bucks defense has struggled a bit here, because they've lost back-to-back games against NFC South opponents. They could be nearing a third straight. I'd rather a meteor hit Charlotte than watch this game, but if I had to pick one, I guess I'll say Tampa Bay. 27-21, I say Bucks win. Can you please get it done? Up next, we got the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints in the Big Easy. If that Dolphins-Bengals game was a tank bowl and the Vikings-Giants one was just 2, this is a super tank bowl. Oh, I'm so sorry for the people who end up being forced to watch this game. I'm not going to waste any time here. This might be the first time I picked the Saints, but since they're at home, they're rolling red hot right now, I say Saints beat the Jets. I'll say 20-10. I'll be generous. Up next, we got the Bills taking on the Browns. I'm taking the Bills here. If they stop James Cook, there's also the Josh Allen pass factor, and he's also to a threat, so Browns aren't going to cover everybody. Pretty self-explanatory there. Bills win, I guess, 31-14. In our final game of the 1 o'clock slate, we got the Chiefs traveling to Nashville to take on the Titans. Holmes done for the year with the ACL, so now it's Minshew Mania, baby. He's going against one of the worst run teams in the NFL right now. I think Minshew will be just fine against the Titans. I think the Chiefs will win this one, even though it will be closer than a lot of people think. I'm going to say 28-20. I know I curse this team when I pick them every single week except the one time, but I still believe in them to actually have a pretty okay season. Also, Titans are trying to tank for the number 1 pick. For our first 4 o'clock matchup, we got the Jags taking on the Broncos. Yeah, sorry Jacksonville, once I saw that it was in Denver and also in a cold weather game because you know it's December, yeah, you guys are cooked. Florida teams don't always do good in cold games. I mean, just ask the Dolphins. Denver wins this one actually 27-17. Also due to the fact that since they are in Denver, where Denver's still undefeated this year. Yeah, sorry Jacksonville, I wish I could say you had a chance. You have like a small chance, but I don't know about that. Another tank bowl? Yep, next up we got my Falcons going against the Cardinals. Kirk Cousins is red hot right now after that huge game he had against Tampa, but now he's going against another good offense. No, like dead serious, like the Cardinals actually have a good offense, it's their defense that's giving them issues. To be fair, our defense hasn't really been great either, besides, getting to the quarterback and pass defense. However, we are going against one of the worst rushing offenses in the NFL right now in Arizona. After James Conner, that's like one of the weirdest and worst running back rooms in the NFL right now. So maybe it's not so bad. I'm just going to say Atlanta wins this one in a close game. I'm going to say 21-19. I may regret this, but I'm hoping that Atlanta wins again, even though, well, you know, we don't have a first-round pick. People don't understand that. I know you want Raheem Morris fired, but we can't give the Rams a high draft pick. Right now, it's a win-lose situation. Lose more, you could get Raheem fired, but the Rams get a higher draft pick. If you win more, it's likely that the Rams won't get as high of a draft pick as they want, and Raheem Morris, out of the kindness of Dr. Blank, might get re-signed. I hope that second one does not happen. Arthur B. Smart, do not keep him. Once the season's over, get him out of here. And tell him to tag Zach Robinson with him. Up next, we got the Raiders taking on the Texans. I'm going to go with Houston here at home. Defense was championships, and they have a slightly better offense than the Raiders right now. I mean, Geno Smith wasn't so bad, but the fact that he threw a lot of interceptions made us believe he was. And then Kenny Pickett lost last week. But Houston wins because of their #1 defense in the NFL, and they also have a pretty solid offense right now. But I say this is a defensive game. I say Texans win 16-13. In the final game of the 4 o'clock slate, we got the Steelers taking on Detroit. Headed to Motown to take on a pissed-off Lions team. Steelers coming off a Monday night victory, while Detroit is coming off a close loss to probably the best team in the NFL besides Denver. Yeah, sorry, Aaron. If you can't beat Green Bay, you certainly as hell ain't beating Detroit. Lions win this one 31-21. Well-oiled machine, and they are pissed off. Steelers defense hasn't been consistent enough for me to be able to trust them to take on this Lions offense, so I gotta go with Detroit here in Motown. For our Sunday night matchup, we got the Patriots taking on the Ravens. Pats are traveling to Baltimore. This could be a very interesting game. I'm just kidding, it's really not. I know Baltimore is going to home, but Patriots are really pissed after blowing a 21-0 lead to the Bills. Yeah, Ravens, you might be cooked. Especially defensively. Haven't been consistent enough for me to even trust y'all to keep up with Drake May and the New England Patriots. Let's say the Patriots win this game 35-24. Ravens might keep it close in the first half, but I see New England with Drake May having a bounce-back game with 3 touchdown passes. The AFC #1 seed race continues. And finally, the Monday night matchup, we got the 49ers taking on the Colts, led by Phillip Rivers. Colts defense did a good job of not allowing a touchdown to Seattle last week, while San Francisco almost lost to the Titans. This one's a little interesting. At least the Niners offense looks good. Yeah, I think every team has figured the Colts out. They know that Phillip Rivers can't really move outside the pocket, and Jonathan Taylor is basically the entire run game. More often than not, these NFL teams coming up for Indianapolis are going to be blitzing like nonstop. With Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, blitzing would be a lot easier, but since they're out, not so sure. But I am going with the better offense here. I'm going San Francisco in this one. I'll say 24-20, another close game for Mr. Phillip. Maybe he wins, maybe he doesn't. I guess it's up in the air. I think it's a coin flip right now. But 49ers defense, can you get it together? That's all for the predictions. That'll do it for this episode of Grizzly Talks Football. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you give this a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. This is the Grizz signing off for now, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, keep the Grizzly vibes with you at all times. Take care.